The Venice of the North. That's how many in Europe refer to the glorious city of Amsterdam, where today the Admirals take on the Scottish Claymores in a must-win game for both teams. 3 weeks left in the regular season. Scotland and Amsterdam are both 3-4, a game out of the second spot. The top two teams, of course, advancing to World Bowl 11. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Pash. My broadcast partner today is entering year 14 in the NFL. Kick returner Brian Mitchell. Spent 10 seasons in Washington, 3 years with the Philadelphia Eagles, and he continues his tour of the NFC East, now a member of the New York Giants. Brian, you're an offensive guy, so you're going to love this game probably because we have the top two offenses in the league. Let's start with Amsterdam, the best passing attack in NFL Europe.
I really like Amsterdam's offense, and they have a good decision-maker in Sean Hill. Sean Hill is a guy that goes out, he makes the right decision, he throws the ball where it needs to be. And most of the time, he's throwing the ball to Matthew Hatchett. Matthew Hatchett is a big guy like Amani Toomer at the Giants. He's a big guy who can use his body, he goes out, he runs the proper routes, and he makes big plays for his offense.
Scotland, #1 in total yards, #1 in rushing. They run the West Coast offense, something you're very familiar with.
Very familiar. Been in his offense for the last 3 years. And Craig Nall, this guy throws the ball very hard, but he knows how to get the ball in the tight spots, and he makes the right decisions. He spreads the ball around a lot, but most of the time, he gets the ball to Ken Simonton. He leads his team in pass receptions. He also leads his team in rushing. I think Ken Simonton has to have a big day today if the Claymores are going to win.
And we've got kickoff coming up shortly, but first, let's head into the Amsterdam locker room and listen in on head coach Bart Andrus as he talks to his team.
Enjoy this one. Enjoy this one. This is what you play for. These are the kind that you work so hard for. Enjoy it. Have fun. Make it a total team effort tonight. Total team effort tonight. Let's go. Let's go after it.
Andrus in his third year. He is 5 games under 500. Back-to-back 4 and 6 seasons. Won a World Bowl in 2000 as offensive coordinator of Rhine Fire. Also was in a Super Bowl as quarterbacks coach with Tennessee, the Titans, back in 1999. For the road team, the Scottish Claymores, coming off a 33-0 drubbing of Rhine Fire last week. Gene Dahlquist, also in his third season, former offensive coordinator at Texas and also at Illinois. The top two offenses in NFL Europe. Amsterdam, the #1 passing unit. Thanks to that man on the left, Sean Hill. Craig Nall, the man you see to the right, one of the top quarterbacks over here, and is expected to be the backup to Brett Favre in Green Bay this year. Brian, let's talk about those two quarterbacks. What do you expect to see? Both guys are different.
I expect to see Craig Nall try to throw the ball to all his receivers, get everybody involved early, take some shots down the field. They expect to see some cover too, so I expect him to try to throw the ball in front of Ortiz. He's going to be running back all day. Sean Hill, he's going to try to get the ball to Hatchett as much as possible. That's his big play guy. But he's going to try to bring some of the other guys in, Justin Skaggs and Carlos Rosada. He talked a lot about those guys during the week. So we expect to see him try to spread it around, but look for Hatchett most of the time.
Rob Hart to boot it away, and we are underway from Amsterdam. A short kick. It'll be taken by Younger at the 15-yard line. Younger past the 30 and spun down to the 33. Players to watch when Amsterdam has the football tonight. Of course, the quarterback, Sean Hill, and his top target, Matthew Hatchett, who's the top target in all of NFL Europe, leading the league in receptions. On defense, Devron Harper, the top cover corner, and TJ Bingham, who leads Scotland in sacks. There is Sean Hill, 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, the NFL Europe League Offensive Player of the Week. Close to 1,500 yards passing. Hill, the #3 quarterback this past season in Minnesota. Jordan Younger returned the kick, was banged up on the play, and will head to the sideline. Hill now playing behind Dante Culpepper and Gus Frerotte, a guy that you played with in Washington, Brian.
Hey, Hill and Gus are the same type of players. Both of them are very smart guys who knows exactly where to get the ball. They get it out their hands quick. I think Gus has a little stronger arm. That's what Hill wants to work on, so we'll see how he works with it today.
They will open up with a 3-receiver set. The running back is Tellis Redmond on first down to the 33-yard line. They hand it off. Redmond is stuffed and thrown down by Michael Landry, and the ball is loose, but they say that Redmond was down. Let's meet the rest of the Amsterdam offense. The coaching staff here in Amsterdam loves Lawrence Smith, the left tackle. Briscoiak was cut by Scotland earlier this year. He now starts for Amsterdam. There's Matthew Hatchett, Redmond who carried. And Skaggs and Williams, the other receivers. Ryan Collins, a very good tight end. Matthew Hatchett leads the NFL Europe in receiving, in yards, and in touchdown catches. Hatchett's a guy that's played with the Vikings, played a little bit with the Jets, and would love to get back to the NFL. What do you think he needs to do, Brian, to get back to playing in the National Football League?
I think he needs to really play. These last 3 games, he's been through 7 without getting hurt. I think that's been a little knock on him. He's a guy who came from a college that didn't have a coach, but to just be this far, I think is a great story. He was in the NFL, he's out of it, and he needs to open some eyes now. He was saying that he wanted guys to see that he still cared, he still can play the game. I think the last 3 weeks he's shown that, so he needs to continue that and finish up strong.
Former 7th round draft choice, 2nd down and 12 after the 2-yard loss. They fake the pitch and Hill rolling out. He's got his tight end Collins at the 40 and pushed out of bounds after a gain of 15 yards. A first down for Amsterdam. Let's look at the Scotland defense. A 4-man front led by T.J. Bingham, who leads this team in sacks. Bowling and Landry the tackles, and Flickinger the other end. The linebackers, Isabel and Robinson and Keys, allocated by the Green Bay Packers. Robinson and Jackson the safeties, and Chapman and Harper the corners. And a first down for Amsterdam from its 47-yard line. Hill stands in the pocket, looks to the sideline, has a man, it's caught. Travis Williams has a first down as he's knocked at a play at the 41 by Dyshot Carter. Williams, allocated by Green Bay, gets his 7th catch of the season.
We have Travis Williams here. They run a little trade route. The outside receiver took the inside receiver's route. Hill was able to get the ball to him. He was able to get the first down.
So on first down, they toss it. Redmond trying to get to the outside and cut down nicely in the backfield by Dyshot Carter, allocated by the New England Patriots. He's been on back-to-back plays, played with the Cleveland Browns for 5 games back in 2001.
Dyshot Carter, I think this guy's a very good tackler. He's also a good cover. On this play, he came up. He was able to get up quick without letting the receiver block him, make the tackle on Tellis Redmond.
So a 2nd down and about 10 as Hill comes to the line. Three-step drop for Hill. Quick toss caught by Collins. His 2nd grab of the day. Wrestled to the floor by Robbie Robinson. Collins with 17 catches on the season. Played for the Baltimore Ravens in 1999. Started some games.
Right here we have Collins, a tight end. He's 6'7". He's a big guy. They want to try to get him out there as much as he can. He can use his body against people. Right here he beats Robbie Robinson on this play. 6'7", you can get the ball to him. Very big target.
Key 3rd down. And a play fake and a flag down. Could be offside, maybe a free play. The pass broken up. Bo Rogers knocked it down. Travis Williams, the intended receiver, as Hill threw into double coverage. But again, a flag in on the play.
The defensive line of Scotland talks about getting off the ball a lot. You see Sean Hill here using a hard count. He got him offside, and they're still trying to run a lot of those misdirection plays. Fake the pitch one side, roll out the other way. They seem to be getting around the end, so we'll see how that goes as the game goes on.
Let's listen in on that hard count that you just talked about with Sean Hill.
Right here you can hear him. You see Randall Lockhart jumps offside, gets the call on him, but I see that they're trying a lot of mixed direction plays. I think that may be something they want to do, get those linebackers flowing one way, because that's the strong part of this defense.
First down at the 30-yard line of Scotland. In the pocket, and the ball batted away. It's incomplete. Arm going forward, so it'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, Sean Hill drops back on this play. He tries to throw the ball. I can't really tell if it slipped or if a defensive player got his hand on the ball. But right here we see that the ball just slips out his hand. He didn't keep a good grip on it. He's the type of guy who's very sure throwing the ball downfield, but this one just happened to get away from him.
So 2nd down, and they go with 3 receivers, and Hill back to throw again. Here comes the blitz. Hill in trouble. Sacked back at the 42-yard line. Michael Landry with his second big play, a loss of 11.
Scotland talked about getting some pressure on him on this play. You see, Darnell Robinson comes here, but right here, Michael Landry was able to get the pressure on Sean Hill and make this sack. The tackle, the offensive guard, did not hold him, and he was able to go in and make a good sack on him.
But because, like you say, Robinson's blitz, that allowed Landry to get free.
That's it. They talked about the guys not really staying on their blocks too long, and they didn't do that time.
Hill in the pocket going deep on 3rd and 20, and the ball underthrown, incomplete. He was trying for Kerry Hood, and the pass not there. The punting unit will come on for Amsterdam. They got to the 30-yard line, but then went backwards, and now are forced to boot it away.
I think that Kerry Hood could have caught this play. He drops back right here. Sean Hill drops back right here. He throws the ball. He shows he has some arm strength to get the ball down the field. He puts the ball right in there to Kerry Hood. But Devon Harper, who's the best cover guy, was able to knock it out. And you see Bobby Jackson coming over to help it up, clean up the play.
Jeff Kroll, originally assigned to Scotland at the conclusion of kicking camp, will boot it away. Simonton with a fair catch. He's got it at the 11-yard line. Scotland's defense bends but doesn't collapse. Amsterdam boots it away, so Scotland's offense takes over now. As we look at the players to watch when the Claymores have the ball, Craig Nall, the backup to Brett Favre, perhaps this season in Green Bay. Ken Simonton, the league's leading scorer. Ortiz is a guy Scotland feels that he can take advantage of. And Jonathan Brown is number 2 in this league in sacks. Nall has thrown 11 touchdown passes this year to lead NFL Europe. He's only been sacked 10 times, and you see doing much better in wins than in losses. On 1st down, a play fake. Nall in trouble, and he fumbled the ball. Rod Trafford, the tight end, hopped on it for Scotland. That could have been disastrous. Looking at the rest of the offensive players for the Scottish Claymores. Very good offensive line, and had trouble in that first play. Costa and Bland the tackles, Moore and Sandlin the guards, and Zupanik in the middle. Mike Milan is a guy that the Scotland coaches feel is the key to this offense. On 2nd down, they'll run it to Simonton. Good change of direction. He breaks 2 tackles. Ran into his own man, but still going past the 30. Finally brought down by Fred Booker at the 34. A 22-yard pickup for Ken Simonton.
Ken Simonton here, he's just a great runner. He gets the ball. We got Milan right there to run the block. That's the first thing you notice different about this offense. They have 2 backs in the backfield. Terrible tackling right here by Amsterdam. Simonton is a little guy with a lot of power. He runs the ball hard. He was able to get a big gain on that play.
Number 2 all-time in the Pac-10 in rushing behind Charles White of USC. That's pretty good. Here he takes a swing pass. A flag is down, and so is Simonton after a gain of about 4 yards.
Right, we talked that he touched the ball a lot. You know, unfortunately, it was a holding penalty on this play. But Simonton is going to touch the ball a lot. He leads his team in rushing. He leads the team in pass reception. So expect Nall to try to look for him a lot.
Ken Marjoram, the offensive coordinator for Scotland.
Offense number 70, 10-yard penalty. Repeat 1st down.
Marjoram was the wide receivers coach at Cal the past 3 seasons, and he remembers Simonton when he was a running back at Oregon State.
Kenny Sandlin right here. He got too much. He got beat off the ball, and he held the guy. He tackled him, basically. You can't shoot yourself in the foot like that.
1st down and 20. The 2-back set, a signature of West Coast, and they hand it off to Milan. He breaks another tackle all the way out to the 34-yard line. The defense missing tackles early on. Jonathan Brown, who missed the tackle, is the leading sacker for this group. Mike Cecere, the normal defensive tackle, is out, so Pospisil and Tate are the other starters. The linebacking crew: Hotchkiss, Ortiz, Epson, Green. And now Jordan Younger is out with an injury. Troy Grant in his place. There is Ortiz, a guy that Ken Marjoram would like to exploit. On 2nd down, Nall, a quick drop. Slings it over the middle for a 1st down. John Minardi allocated by the Houston Texans, pulls it in for a first down.
On this play, we see Minority coming in motion here. He started a zap motion. He comes all the way across the line of scrimmage. He runs straight up the field. You can see the linebacker just running out of there. He didn't get any pressure on him. Nall was able to get the ball turned for a first down.
And they already attacked Ortiz on that play. Here's a dump off to Simonton. Breaks another tackle, hammered at the 49-yard line. Did well to get a 1 yard on that play. We were talking earlier, Brian, about Simonton, and coming out of Oregon State, they didn't think he could catch the ball to the backfield.
Well, he's catching the ball a lot now. You know, this young guy, he makes a lot of plays happen himself. You know, on this play, he should have been tackled for a loss. He was still able to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's very slippery, you know. We talked earlier, he reminds us a lot of Barry Sanders. You know, the small guy, low center of gravity that can really, get the ball going, get the play started for you.
5'8", 191 pounds, allocated by Buffalo. This is the backup, Maurice Hicks, and he has a hole. Hicks averaging close to 8 yards a carry. He got about 15 on that play, all the way to the 37-yard line.
The Scottish Claymores have two of the best backs in this league. You know, you can send out Simonton, and Maurice Hicks comes right in. You see him right here. They're running that ISO play. He has a great big hole. Milan is, like as we said, he's the key. He breaks tackles, he carries people. I think this Scottish offense is coming out with a lot of excitement, and the defense of Amsterdam is not doing that good right now.
Good block by Kenny Sandlin, who committed a holding call earlier. Sandlin over here sent by the Vikings. Simonton back in the game and ankle tackled after a short pickup. Josh Hotchkiss, allocated by the Giants, made the play.
We have both of these guys. You know, we have Hicks, we have Simonton. Simonton's a starter. He goes in, he has 570 yards. Hicks, the backup, comes in. Look, he averages 2 yards more than Simonton. It doesn't make a difference who's in the backfield. I think these guys are going to be successful because of the 5 guys up front.
And what's amazing is, Brian, back in week 6, both guys had 100 yards, and Scotland lost the game.
That's a bad little graphic there. I think most of the time you have 100 yards, you should win.
Another quick pass over the middle, catch made by Milan. Touchdown, Scotland, but a flag down. Amsterdam blitz. They got burned, but again, a penalty flag down. This one's coming back.
They're getting their running backs and receivers. One-on-one on the linebackers. The linebackers are not winning, but the offensive line keeps getting these holding calls.
Ed Hockley, our referee.
There was no foul on the play.
Well, I guess they're not.
Foul on the play results in a touchdown.
Mike Milan with his first touchdown of the season. We talked about him being the key to this West Coast offense. Why is that?
He's the key because he's a fullback that can run the ball. He can also come out the backfield. He can catch a lot of passes. He can block very well. You know, this guy, when he's in the game, the way that they play this, the West Coast offense is an offense that keeps you off balance. Mike Milan, you don't know if he's going to block. You don't know if he's going to run. He does so much, and he does everything well.
Allocated by the New England Patriots. Spent training camp last season with the St. Louis Rams.
He's one of these guys that just goes out there like Cecil Martin that was the Philadelphia Eagles last year. They do all the dirty work, but they really don't care about all the glory. You know, and occasionally they get a bone and they can go out there and score touchdowns for you.
Point after is good by Rob Hart. So Mike Milan with a touchdown midway through the first quarter, and Scotland leads.
Right here, you know, we have a play where Ortiz, the guy that says is going to be the key. Right here we have Milan. Ortiz blitz. The other linebacker blitzes also. They're able to get the ball to Milan right here. He made the tackle and miss. He was able to run, get into the open field, and score a touchdown. Ortiz was a key. You know, they said they were going to go at him a lot. They were going to go behind him and in front of him. On that play, they were able to go behind him because they tried to blitz him and get a little pressure.
Ken Marjoram, the offensive coordinator for Scotland. They have scored now on 5 of their 8 games on their first possession. We saw those 12 plays they like to script. It's working. Whatever he's doing, it's working.
It definitely is. 7 out of 8 games now they've scored out on the first 12 plays, and he has something going there.
Justin Skaggs will take the kickoff, take it out to the 30. There's a flag down. Skaggs at midfield. Finally knocked out a play at the 45-yard line. So after an 81-yard drive by Scotland, Amsterdam could get good field position depending on the flag. A 43-yard return by Skaggs. But this one will come back.
Will come back. But I talked to Justin Skaggs before the game, and this is his first year really returning and things, and he said he's enjoying it. You know, he has a lot of speed. He's a taller guy. He's never done this before. You know, but the guy fast. And I was saying it's not about running fast.
Holding by the receiving team, number 85. 10-yard penalty. Amsterdam keeps the ball. First down.
I told him it's not about how fast you can be, but he was able to get in the hole, get outside. It's about reading your blocks. He did a great job on that one, but unfortunately it was a holding call.
One of the great things about NFL Europe coverage on Fox, the opportunities to listen in to coaches and players.
That is pure horse crap. I didn't see it, but I know it's crap. Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
When you run behind men like this, good things happen.
Hey, good job. Keep it going. Get another first.
That's embarrassing for you, nobody else.
And here are guys that are wired for sound today. Craig Nall and Sean Hill, the two quarterbacks, the two head coaches, and Ken Marjoram, the Scotland offensive coordinator. Amsterdam has a first down and 10 at its 30-yard line. On first down, a play fake, maybe even a broken play. Hill takes off, takes advantage, picks up 10 yards, right at the marker at the 40-yard line.
Hill's not known for his running ability, but they have something. They must have seen something in the films where they keep doing the play actions. The defensive ends are allowing him to get to the outside. You see Hill here, he play fakes to Redmond. You see right here, the defensive end gets inside, he gets around. No one talked about this guy being able to run, but he was able to get 10 yards and get a first down on this play.
There you look at his rushing numbers this season with Amsterdam. He picked up the first down, though. Here is a running play by Tellus Redmond. Can't get to the outside. Nice tackle by Darnell Robinson. There's a flag down. Robinson maybe tackled him too well. Maybe got a little mask.
I'm thinking they're using T.J. Bingham's size and his speed against him. They seem to be trying to set him up a lot on the edge. They run play-action passes, and on this one they brought a counter right at him, and he was just getting upfield trying to contain, and they knocked him out, and the guy was able to get inside.
Is it pretty easy to tell from film that a guy just wants to get to the quarterback and rush the passer and tease off?
I watched him on this play where he talked to us about being in a three-point stance or a four-point stance.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness by the offense. It's a 15-yard penalty. The down counts. It's second down.
All right, well, I'm 0 for 2. That one's against Amsterdam.
He talked about trying to get into a four-point stance. He gets off slow when he's in his left-handed stance. I noticed he was in a four-point stance on that one. He tried to get up the field real fast, and they came right under him, knocked him upfield. And he talked about watching the guards, watching the tackles, trying to control the B gap first. This guy seemed to be set him up and just knocked him upfield, and they were able to come right behind him.
Harris Landry has had a pretty good start to this game. And Bingham was allocated by Kansas City, spent some time in the Chiefs and the Browns practice squads in 2002.
Can't seem to get this one together down there.
Bingham has a twin brother named JJ, who's also a defensive end, is expecting to get a tryout here soon with the Houston Texans as you look at TJ Bingham's numbers on the year. Second down at about 22. Hill to throw. Dumps it off at the 34-yard line. Sandino Octobra able to pick up about 7. Jerome Chapman made the tackle.
That was good coverage downfield. Hill dropped back, couldn't find anybody downfield, just swung the ball out. Chapman came up and made a very good tackle. You know, short tackle was just him in the back and outside there, and you got to make sure you get the guy down, because if he misses, the guy will get a first down. You never know, maybe a touchdown, because nobody was on this side of the field.
4 receivers in the game. Hill on the shotgun on 3rd down and 15. Hill with time. Everybody's covered. Hill trying to create. Fires short. Hatchett caught it, but about 10 yards shy of a first down. Good coverage downfield by the Scottish Claymore secondary.
Very good coverage downfield, but you see Hatchett comes back to the plate, come back to the quarterback on this one. We have him right here. We have Hatchett coming into your screen. He sees the quarterback scrambling. He's coming back to him. His quarterback was able to get it to him. That's one thing that they teach our receivers. Once you see this quarterback scrambling, you run to that side, come back to him, and break off your route and make sure he can get you in his vision.
Kroll on the punt for the second time today. Simonton to retrieve it from his 21. Gets about 4 to the 25-yard line. Scotland running the ball very well on that first drive. Craig Nall, the quarterback, also threw it well, going 3 for 3 on that opening drive. First down from the Scotland 25. And another pass to the right side, and a catch made by Rashad Kent, who was a great basketball player at Rutgers. Didn't play football over the last 6-7 years. Houston Texans gave him a tryout, and he made the practice squad.
Rashad Kent ran a good route on this play, but I think up front, you see, Craig Nall had a lot of time to throw the ball. Those 5 guys up front are doing the job for him. I think you talk about the offense, they're the key. They're the guys that give the offense all that time to do the things that they do. 3 receivers set, but a handoff. Simonton has a hole across midfield all the way to the 45. A 15-yard pickup for Ken Simonton. Glenn Sumter, the strong safety, made the tackle on the play. The left side of this line right here, you look at the lane that's opening for him. He could get in his Volkswagen and drive through there. It's just, he's not getting touched till he's 10 yards down the field. You look at Emmitt Smith back in the day, the same way with the Dallas Cowboys line. This guy is not getting touched till he's 10 yards down the field. Amsterdam's gonna have problems. Simonton tried to break it to the outside, and he was knocked down to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Josh Hotchkiss. Pernell Griffin also in on the play. Well, Pernell must have heard us up here talking, so he decided to lock it down a little bit. They tried to run an outside play right off the edge. Pernell stayed home, was able to make the tackle. Griffin out of East Carolina, a free agent. Second down and 10 of the Amsterdam 45-yard line. I noticed it going single back a little bit now, Dave. Nall to throw. Good protection, sets up, and has a man at the 30-yard line. Anthony Bright takes it to the 26. Anthony Bright is this guy. They talk a lot about Anthony being able to get downfield, but you look at this play right here. They have 4 receivers there. Their play calling is, I think, keeping Amsterdam off balance. They normally a 2-back set. They got a 1-back set in there. But Nall has all day to throw the football. He's standing in here. The offensive line, you look, little Simonton right there, stepping up, hitting the linebacker in the mouth, getting his quarterback time to throw the ball. If you give him that much time, he's going to be successful. They sweep it to Simonton. He's close to the 20 before he's grabbed to the ankles by Griffin. Quick little toss play to the right. Offensive line, I have to keep giving them their credit and give them their props there. Just constantly opening up balls and knocking over. How about Scotland so far, Brian? Able to mix it up, both run and pass and play action. That's exactly what the West Coast offense is all about. Pass, run, mix it up, throw it to different people. I think they had like 4 different guys already caught passes thus far. We have the same amount of run plays. They're throwing it in there, and they have a lot of success. Diverse with the formations. Now they go 2-back, and Nall with a play action. Flushed out of the pocket. The flag down. Nall just tried to shovel it, and it's incomplete. But again, a flag down. Probably holding. On this throwing back there is normally that. But he was able to get the ball away. He was talking that the coaches wanted to see if he can make plays when the play break down. He didn't make anything there, but he did save a few yards.
Hawk 33. Hawk 33.
We have Kenny Sandlin again on the hole right here. You have a blitz coming. They pick the blitz up. Kenny Sandlin is not standing his block, but he's getting that arm around him. That's one thing coaches tell you. You can't get your arm across the body. When the guy's getting ready to go, just shove him. In that case, he tried to grab his jersey and pull him back. You do that, you'll get the holding call every time. As a second penalty, he's going to have to get it together. He can't keep doing that, It hurts you when you can stop from losing yards on the sack, but still you have to come back because you have somebody holding on the line of scrimmage.
Craig Nall has looked impressive.
Two-back set again.
And a receiver to either side of the formation. And also a slot receiver. Second down. Nall setting up, going deep for Bright. Incomplete. The cornerback on the play. Todd Howard lost his shoe.
We talk about
So after one quarter here in Amsterdam, the road team, the Scottish Claymores, with a 7-0 advantage. We've got the roof closed in Amsterdam tonight at the Amsterdam Arena. Dave Pasch alongside New York Giant Brian Mitchell. Scotland leading Amsterdam 7-0 and driving again. They have the ball at the 30-yard line of Amsterdam. This Scotland offense has stopped itself. That's the only time that they've been hindered.
You talk Amsterdam defensive coaches said that they really wanted to stop the run and get them to throw the ball, but it seems like they can't stop the run and they're not stopping the pass. So it's Scotland doing anything they want to do so far at will.
But they've got a third down and about 14 from the 31 of the Admirals. Amsterdam blitzing. Nall got it off. And they've got some room as the ball is pulled in by Edel Shepard and taken down near the goal line. No signal yet, but he's out of play. Inside the 2, Glenn Sumter able to take Edel Shepard and pull him out of bounds, but not before a 30-yard pickup.
This was a misdirection play. They've been running this little play right here to the right a lot. Faking the ball. They faked it to him this time, threw it back, had like a receiver screen. Right here, the linemen are getting downfield and blocking, and Edel Shepard has a lot of speed. He was able to get downfield, and but Glenn Sumter's a short tackle, was able to pull him down, not let him in. But they're doing a lot of different things out there with this West Coast offense, and that's what it does. It gives you a lot of opportunities to do different things.
Here's a toss sweep to Simonton. Can he get the corner? He tried to cut it back, and he did for a touchdown.
This little guy, Mighty Mouse, that's going to be his name for the day. He's right there. The defensive player was there to make the tackle, but he sometimes always slips away. He talks about liking Marcus Allen because he's silky, he's smooth. He never takes a direct hit. Look at him. He does the exact same things. Turn his body a little different type of way, make the guy go by and gets into the end zone.
9th touchdown for NFL Europe League's leading scorer, Ken Simonton. Allocated by Buffalo. Got a tall order there, though, with Travis Henry and now Willis McGahee as Rob Hart hits the PAT. An 8-play, 74-yard drive that took less than 4 minutes culminates with Ken Simonton's touchdown run, and the Scottish Claymores have a 14-0 lead. Today's NFLEurope.com poll question is, what position benefits most from NFL Europe? You can log on to NFLEurope.com to vote. I think it's quarterback, running back, receiver. You got the defensive players and the kickers. Of course, everybody knows about Kurt Warner and Brad Johnson being over here. Also been a lot of good linemen that have come through NFL Europe play and gone on to the NFL. That guy right there, Craig Nall, has got a future. He right now is the backup in Green Bay, even though they did sign Eric Crouch and plan to try him at quarterback, and they have veteran Doug Peterson. But the coaches here in Scotland feel that Nall is a player. Short kick. It'll be taken by Adams at the 10. Running the length of the field and still going at the 30. Cut it back. Adams finally taken out of play at the 45-yard line. Great return by Ramon Adams. This is last season. Number of NFL Europe alumni in the National Football League.
Well, I think this year, if you look around this league, there are a lot of good offensive linemen and your quarterback. You know, I think a lot of quarterbacks are sent over by their teams just to get a little bit more experience. So I think those two positions. But you look at this league now, it seems to be the running backs getting the most experience and doing a lot more out here. So it may change up a little bit this year.
Hill on first down to pass. Swings it out to Redmond. Shrugs off Robbie Robinson and picks up a couple at the 45-yard line.
Hill's trying to get downfield. It was good coverage on the secondary's part. He just threw a little swing pass, a little pass where you try to run outside and wait for the quarterback just in case your insurance policy. He able to get it out to Tellis Redmond and was able to get upfield, and he tried to put it on the Robbie Robinson.
Check 9 toss. On one, right?
9 toss. We're looking for, I'm sure it'll be a 9 is going to be to the left side. Toss, he'll toss the ball to the running back, try to get outside.
And there is the pitch. Redmond able to get outside. Very close to the first down marker at the 46-yard line of Scotland. Let's listen into Bart Andrus.
All right, here we go. We're going to go right, rock, stick, slant.
Right is the formation is going to set your tight end on this play. Rock, stick, slant. You're going to have a slant. And the stick route is going to be going to the inside guys, the tight end and the slot are going to 3-step drop, and they're going to run to the slant, and they're going to slant route.
Hill, a 3-step drop, looks over the middle, has a man to the 40-yard line. Robinson made the tackle. The ball was pulled in by Tamon Bryant.
Rocket right.
Drop. Left snugs in, rocket right, on one, ready?
Left snug Zen. Zen is going to be the Z motion. The Z should come in, which would be Matthew Hatchett.
There he is. Top of your screen. No play. Now, Brian, there's not a huge crowd here. It's not bad, but much of the noise comes from a horn, which if you're listening closely at home, you can kind of hear in the background. Think that affects the players?
They have a lot of horns and whistles, and I think it does. You know, the players are tuned in to listen to the referee's whistle. As soon as you get out there and you hear a whistle, you think to stop, or sometimes you jump and maybe just a little sound. They have all kind of noise makers out here. I think they go to the toy stores and just pass out everything to everybody that comes in here, but it's a lot of noise for the amount of people here.
Hill on second down to pass, has time. Good lead, hit Redmond on the run, and he got the first down to the 34-yard line. Really led him well that time.
He's been leading him very well. I think that's one thing that Matthew Hatchett said, that Sean Hill needs to lead his players a little bit more. That was a great pass right there. We talked about this guy earlier, about him being very effective. He's dropping back here, looking downfield, can't get anything. Tellis Redmond gets to the outside. The linebacker's too slow to stay up with him. Just a little swing pass. Last week we kept noticing running backs being open, and I think they're seeing that. A lot of times the guys are not focusing on those little guys behind the line of scrimmage, getting outside, and they let them get out there, and this was a big play for Amsterdam.
Redmond behind Sean Alexander and Maurice Morris in Seattle. Makes a nice move here as he heads upfield about the 27. Did well to get close to 5 yards on that play.
Chris Ward was there to make the tackle, but Tellis Redmond was able to give him a little moves and get back inside. The other linemen stayed on their blocks, and he was able to pick up about 5 yards.
He made a mistake, came out after his junior season from the University of Minnesota, didn't get drafted. And he's been trying to catch up ever since, but may catch on with the Seahawks.
Listen to the quarterback here.
Liz.
Play fake. Hill, good protection, and he finds his man, Matthew Hatchett. Taken down at about the 23-yard line.
Saw Kerry Hood run a little Zen motion there, but Hatchett come in, and he ran we call it Hank. Hank route is like running a little hook. But Hill, like I said, when Hill, that's Hatchett right here, he runs it's a switch route. They switch to each other's route. He runs a little hook, but Hill will look for him. Every time he gets to looking around, you notice he looks for Hatchett, and he gets the ball to him a lot. He's caught 45 passes thus far, and he's leading the next guy by 15 catches.
A switch route is just another term for an illegal pick, which is basically what that was.
If they don't call it, it's not illegal.
3rd down and inches. They've got an extra tight end in the backfield. Redmond off tackle. Very close. Has the 1st down indeed as he gets to the 22.
Redmond did a little dancing there. You know, he's got to get downhill. He might have gotten this 1st down, but when you dance like that, normally you don't get it.
So the move the chains, it'll bring up 1st down at the 22 of Scotland. And all Claymores so far, but this is obviously a key drive for Amsterdam as we close in on 10 minutes to play until halftime. Hill with a man downfield open, but the pass was just a little shy and incomplete. Good coverage by Dyshot Carter on Kerry Hood. He had him there had the pass been there sooner.
He tried to run the bang post, and in the bang post you have to have a strong arm to get the ball in there. Hill kind of floated that ball and gave Dyshot Carter time to get in and knock it out. You know, it's the one thing he wanted to work on is throwing the ball with a little bit more crispness, and you know, and then his foot. You know, he talked about his right foot being a little hurt, and he may not be able to push off. He kind of has a little slight limp right now, and I wonder if that's starting to bother him.
Another pass play on 2nd down. Hill looking for the screen and then just throws it into the dirt wisely.
It's a very smart play right there by Hill just to get rid of that ball because they had that sniffed out. Michael Landry coming off the edge, saw Redmond. He was able to knock Redmond off of his route. They had to throw the ball on the ground.
Left trade, land, choice under.
We got flush. That's going to be 4 receivers. Land is going to be
choice under.
Land is going to be a 5-step drop. The 2nd receiver out, I think, will be running the choice route, which is a 3-way route.
Amsterdam 1 for 3 on 3rd down today. Hill's pass is dropped. Hatchett was thinking about the touchdown before the ball got there, and he couldn't pull it to the 1 at the 11-yard line.
Correction, it was the inside guy running the choice route, Matthew Hatchett. Middle receiver right here. Matthew Hatchett goes about 8 to the 9-yard route. He breaks outside, and Sean Hill putting the ball exactly where it needs to be. Hatchett needs to be the guy to catch that ball. You know, he's been saying he want to open eyes, and low catches that easy. You have to make sure you pull those in.
So a field goal of about 40 yards coming up for Joe O'Donnell, allocated by the Oakland Raiders. Plenty of leg for O'Donnell, and it's through. The first points of the day for Amsterdam. Midway through the 2nd quarter, Scotland still leading by 11 over the Admirals. This week, the Amsterdam Admirals were up by 10 late in the 4th quarter when Robert Baker took a punt return back 91 yards for a score. Frankfurt took the lead, and then Amsterdam came back with that touchdown pass to Matthew Hatchett by Sean Hill. With 1 second left, Amsterdam has come from behind twice to get wins this season. 2 of their 3 wins in come from behind fashion. As you see there, they're going to have to do it again today at home against Scotland. An 11-play, 35-yard drive that took over 6 minutes resulted in a 40-yard field goal for the first points of the day. Simonton and Hicks back to return this kick, and Hicks with it at the 10. Hicks at the 25, and nailed to the 27-yard line. Pernell Griffin in on a couple of defensive plays earlier, gets a special team stop on that play.
Pernell Griffin came all the way from the other side on that play, and so it's a relentless effort. A lot of guys in this league are going to make the teams by playing special teams, and you know, you can make a play running on the left side of the field to come all the way over and make that tackle. You know, you can open up some eyes and you have to just keep playing at a high level.
Saw those numbers by Craig Nall. Only 1 incompletion so far, and we were told by Ken Marsham, the offensive coordinator, that a West Coast offense quarterback should have his completion percentage between 60 and 65%. Nall's been right around 50, but he's over 90% so far today. Here's a running play, and out to the 34-yard line is Ken Simonton. Gain of close to 6 yards.
Milan is the key to this offense. You see him right here. He's going to lead Simonton into the hole. Josh Hotchkiss comes up and try to make the block. He still gets 4 to 5 yards. And, you know, like I said, if you get 4 or 5 yards on first down, you can basically run your whole playbook on second down.
We'll see what they come here with on 2nd and 4. Four-man rush. Nall with all day to throw, going deep, and the pass overshot. A flag down, though. Anthony Bright has blazing speed, and he blew past the corner. But a flag down to the 37-yard line. Bright was actually a basketball player in college, but he's made it in the NFL this year playing with Carolina. Now he's allocated over here by the Texans.
Nall's a gunslinger. He doesn't mind throwing the ball downfield, and Bright can run, but he overthrew him on that one, and we see must be a pass interference. The guy slowed him up.
Todd Howard got burned on that play. The corner allocated by St. Louis. So a first down for the Amsterdam offense coming up, or the Scotland offense, I should say.
This is offensive play action. You get a guy, you fake it, all the linebackers come up. He went deep on this one, but you see how as soon as they're faking the ball to Simonton, the guys are running back up. The next time you expect them to have a crossing route coming behind the linebackers. They're going to suck them up and try to throw it to him. They were talking about Ortiz all week, and they were going to try to do that to him. And I think they're setting him up for a play like that. Look for like a 20-yard and in, and they'll be able to throw the ball right behind him.
Art Andrews doesn't like the call. What do you think? So first down for the Scottish Claymores at their 40-yard line, leading by 11 midway through the second quarter. Simonton is the setback. They fake it to him. Nall again with good protection, guns it, and Shepard pulls it in. First down, Scotland, near the 30-yard line.
Didn't he look like Brett Favre on that? You know, we talk about a guy with a strong arm. He's just a basic drop back pass. We got the route right here with Edel Shepard. He's just running a fade route. You know, he was able to get outside the guy in cover two. Most quarterbacks can't fill in there. They try to like drift. They just lob the ball over there. Craig Nall is able to throw it in there. I'm looking. This offense is in all different types of sets. I think they have Amsterdam confused.
Nall wanted to see cover two. He got him that play. Simonton running slips, taken down for no gain. Glenn Sumter on the tackle. Sumter allocated by Houston.
Sumter's coming down and having an 8-man box. They're trying to stop this run. They haven't done too much with it lately. But I've seen 2 tight ends. I've seen 4 wides. I've seen 2 backs. I've seen both of the running backs. They're doing all kind of different things, and I'm sure it has to have the Amsterdam defense and their coaches confused.
Nall is very confident in the pocket. He stands in there. He's getting great protection, too. But, you know, you talked about Brett Favre. Times where he looks like Kurt Warner, too. The top 2 teams make it to the World Bowl. 3 weeks left in the regular season. And a second down for the road team. The Scottish Claymores and Nall rifles one to Shepard again. Another first down inside the 20. Keon Moore on the backside made the tackle.
Edel Shepard here just runs a simple slant route, 3-step, get inside, and Craig Nall is putting the ball where it's supposed to be. He was talking about his pass percentage was down, but today he's only incompleted 1 pass, and now he's throwing the ball crisp. He's getting it there real fast and not giving the defense any time to react to it. His receivers are running precise routes, and he's putting them right there to him.
On first down, a play fake. Flag down, Nall out of the arms of Shepard, incomplete. But again, a penalty flag down to the line of scrimmage. Edel Shepard allocated by the Chicago Bears. All by the Packers, but they certainly get along well in this offense.
Right here, we were talking about the play fake a little bit earlier. They're going to run a play fake here, and you see Ortiz come up. I talked about them coming later and try to throw that route behind them. Right there. The ball was there. It was a little bit behind him, but they're going to keep trying it. Ortiz is a guy, he runs very fast, and they try to use that ability. But, you know, I think the Scottish Claymores, their coaches think that he's a little bit out of control, and they're going to be able to effectively use the play action against him.
Gene Dahlquist knows all about Tony Ortiz. He coached him here in Scotland last year. Look at that difference in yards per play.
Tremendous.
11.5. yards per play for Scotland. First down after the penalty. Nall, the sideline. Nice throw. Finds McCready for about 14. Fred Booker on the stop. He's made every throw today, hasn't he?
He's making every throw. McCready goes down. He runs like a 8 to 9 yard out route. And he's throwing the ball like he's standing right there with him. We have McCready right here starting inside. He gets his man running with him, Fred Booker. He throws. The ball is right where it needs to be. He's putting it outside, leading the guy. He's getting it there so quick, Fred Booker didn't have a chance to make a play on it.
McCready became the first Englishman to get a Super Bowl ring when he was on the practice squad with the Patriots a couple of years ago when they won the Super Bowl. Hand off to Simonton, hit hard and taken down short of the marker. So it'll bring up third down.
Simonton may be short. I think it was a great defensive stop right there by Amsterdam, but he may be short, he may be small, but any coach has to like that. It was a pitch route. He saw he wasn't going to be able to get outside. He took the ball, lowered his head, and tried to get the first down, and he got a little close.
Right, quarterback sneak, hold on, ready.
No need to describe
no need to describe that. Quarterback sneak, he's going to take the snap and try to go straight ahead.
Nall trying to muscle it forward, has it, and then some. Amazingly, that's only the second third down that Scotland has been faced with. They've converted both of them today. They lead by 11 points.
Coach Margarine talked about just getting 4 yards, 5 yards, and you won't be faced with those long third downs. And they're getting more than 4 and 5 on the first down, which enabling them to get first downs real quick. But you look at the push of that offensive line. He needed about a half a yard, and he gets about a yard and a half just on the quarterback taking it and falling in the hands.
Nall really wanted to come over here because he obviously didn't play as the number 3 quarterback last year in Green Bay. Had only 12 starts in 5 years of college, too. Pump fake and a hand for Simonton, but a flag down. It's going to be procedure against the Claymores.
Before the ball was snapped, false start, left guard. 5-yard penalty, it's still first down.
Jack right close, 2 jet, Z drive.
Yeah, Jack Wright. Jack Wright means that the fullback is going to line up closer to the tight end.
But a pass play, right?
Pass play. It's going to be a pass play. 2 jet, give him a 5-step drop. Z drive. You can look for like a crossing route. We call it shallow cross at the Eagles.
Here comes the blitz. Scotland picks it up. Nall back to the near side.
That's the crossing route right there.
McCready taken down to the 9 by Howard. Gain of a couple on the play to bring up second and goal.
He dropped back. On this play, he drops back and he's looking. The fullback was open to the right side, but I guess they were looking to come back on the crossing route, bring it back across the field. McCready makes a play here. If he makes this guy miss, he's in the end zone for a touchdown, but a good tackle by Howard.
Amsterdam's defense needs a stop here. Scotland with a second and goal. 3 receivers set. Milan on the handoff. All the way to the 3-yard line.
The effectiveness of having a great running back in your backfield and a very effective fullback. They keep faking that pass to Simonton, and you can see those linebackers flowing. You got Milan just takes a jab step and comes back underneath, gets some positive yards for him.
You talked earlier about Nall looking like Favre with his passing. How about his ball fakes?
His play fake. He talked about that, saying that he's learned a lot from watching Favre. You know, the play action, the way that you put the ball in, the way that you actually fake the pass, it can really affect the defense. He's doing a good job of it.
So on 3rd and goal, a bootleg. Nall keeping the ball and then going back to the near side. Touchdown! Mike Milan, his second of the day.
We're talking about play fakes, and they're proving everything that we say right. He runs the play fake. You got Milan and Simonton standing over on the left side by themselves. The whole Amsterdam defense is on the other side of the field. We were talking yesterday with Brino Isabel, and Brino was saying you have to learn to just do your job, stay at home, and know what the offense is doing. The defense on the linebackers on the other side, they really are not paying attention to this offense, and they don't really know what's going on.
Rob Hart for another extra point. Bad snap. But a good job by Shane Stafford to get it down, and the point after is good. So as we near the 2-minute warning in the first half, Scotland with an 18-point lead. So in the last 6 quarters,
We have
they're
Milan
blowing
here.
out the opponent.
On this play, you're going to see he's going to come back. He's going to pump fake the ball again. And he faked him and he rolled to the right, but they're so involved with the quarterback and the play fake that they didn't look at Milan. You know, you hear Simonton all week, you hear Maurice all week, and then they keep talking about the guy with a strong arm throwing the ball, but Milan, you know, everybody say he is the key to this team. I really believe that. This guy is catching passes. He has 2 touchdown passes already today, so it shows he's effective, and he seems to be the guy that's the glue holding this offense together because he's making blocks, he's catching the ball, and the defense not seeing how effective he is.
Ken Marjoram there with the sweater vest, the offensive coordinator. Played under Bill Walsh at Stanford, and then with the 49ers after he won a Super Bowl as a wide receiver with the Chicago Bears.
Looking at this offense, it looked like the same thing we ran last year, and the West Coast offense, it can be very effective if you run it right, and they have the right quarterback running this. And in this league, you don't think you can get the right personnel, but for some reason, they've found the guys that they can run this offense effectively with.
Man, you just saw was defensive coordinator Larry Owens, who actually coached against Marjoram on the junior college circuit in the state of California for several years, so they know each other well, but Owens unable to stop Marjoram's offense today as Skaggs takes the kick return. Past the 35 to the 36, but a flag down back at the 30-yard line where Scotland kicked it off. A 10-play, 72-yard drive by Scotland.
What? Oh, you've got offside on the kickoff? Both sides?
That last touchdown drive by Scotland took just under 7 minutes. Again, a 10-play drive. They're 3 for 3 on 3rd down. They've already got 260 yards of total offense to just 90 for Amsterdam. A lot of reasons for Bart Andrus to be upset. His defense, his offense. We know.
Offside by the kicking team.
We also know Andrus hasn't been happy with some of the calls he's been getting.
Offside by the kicking team. The penalty is declined. Amsterdam's ball, 1st down. And that's the 2-minute warning.
So we'll see what Sean Hill and the Amsterdam offense can do when we come back to Amsterdam. Ken Marjoram, offensive coordinator for the Scottish Claymores, loves to spread it around, and they're doing it.
They're definitely doing that. He said this league is to develop everybody, not just one player. He loves this offense because he gets opportunity to develop a lot of guys. You have backs touching it, tight end, receivers. He's spreading the ball around. He has the right guy doing it, the right guy making those calls. And his offense is being run exactly how it's supposed to. You look at the days of the 49ers when you had Joe Montana with Roger Craig and Rathman, and it looks exactly like that. The fullback is doing a lot. The running back is doing a lot. He's getting the ball to all the receivers.
So 1st down for Amsterdam with 2 minutes to go at the Admiral 35, play fake. Hill did a good job to get it away, finding the tight end Collins, who got out of bounds and picked up the 1st down.
Hill standing in the pocket. He seems to be getting a little bit more time from his offensive line, and he shows some arm strength to throw that ball off from almost to the left hash mark all the way to the right side. And Ryan Collins, 6'7", big guy. It's a big tight end, big target, picks up the 1st down.
Hill played his college ball at Maryland, led them to an Orange Bowl in a top 10 ranking 2 years ago. In the shotgun on 1st down, stepping up and slinging it to Skaggs. Wrapped up at the 40, but after a gain of about 13 and a 1st down for Amsterdam.
In this play, Hill showed some more arm strength. He was able to get the ball down and get to Justin Skaggs, but up front, the offensive line is holding the guys. You look at this right here, Lawrence Smith holding off the the right defensive end, who's supposed to be the strongest defensive rusher. He kept him off and able to let the quarterback have time to throw the ball downfield. Justin Skaggs with a big reception for a 1st down.
Amsterdam calls a timeout, so 2 left for the Admirals.
Let's go right tray. Right tray, we'll go choice under, okay? Choice under. Right tray, land choice under.
So a pass play obviously coming up here.
Same play that they called earlier. Hatch is going to be the inside receiver. He ran the route. He dropped the ball that time, but hopefully I guess they're going to try to go back at it again. He was so wide open. They feel that they can get a first down. Obvious passing play.
You might turn inside here. There you go. Right tray, land, choice under. On one, ready. Gun, Kurt.
Matthew Hatchett has been quiet. 2 catches for Hatchett on the day, but a costly drop earlier. On first down, Hill in the gun. Finds a man over the middle. At the 30-yard line is Justin Skaggs, second consecutive reception, and he picks up a first down and got out of bounds. Heads up play, Chapman on the tackle, but after a first down pickup for the Amsterdam offense.
Right here you have Justin Skaggs. They talk about the choice under. This is the under route. He sets his guy, he comes across the field. Shaun Hill gets the ball to him quick so he can run with it. He was smart, to get outside and get out of bounds so the ball can stop. Very smart play on the part of Justin Skaggs.
They still got their 2 timeouts left, so at this rate, Scotland might get another crack at it. They've got 2 timeouts left as well. Hill setting up in the pocket, finding Rosado. Made a nice move at the 10, and he got out of bounds. Carlos Rosado, a national player from Mexico.
Good route here by Carlos Rosado. These crossing routes seems to be giving the linebackers problems. He's a slot receiver right here. He's going to come across the field. Hill gets the ball to his receivers real quick so they can run with the ball instead of letting them get across and the back be like, you see the safety, the cornerback is right there. They could have made the play, but he get it to him so soon they can get their eyes on the cornerback, make a move on him, and still get up to get the first down.
Rosado last week against Frankfurt, he leads all nationals in receptions, 19 now on the year. Now a timeout called by Amsterdam, so they'll have one left.
All right, let's go. What is it?
Amsterdam obviously wants to get some points here. What would you expect? Do you go to Hatchett here?
They have 1 timeout left. I think they're going to, you still have a chance to run the ball maybe in this play, but you don't have to necessarily go for the end zone on this first one. You have a limited time left on the clock with a timeout. You can expect them to try to do, they've been throwing the ball every play. Scotland is going to think they're going to throw the ball. They might be able to come in and get a quick little draw or something like that. But, you can also play action pass, make the linebackers come up and try to throw over the top 2 Hatchet.
Let's go with this. Let's go right. Let's go land. We'll go choice under, okay? Right, land, choice under. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Well, Scotland has to assume that Matthew Hatch is going to be a guy that Shaun Hill is looking for. So if you're Amsterdam, do you try to go to somebody else? Do you tell Shaun Hill, look for your second and third receivers, or you try to force one in there to Hatchet?
You tell every receiver to run their route. Don't expect me to throw the ball anywhere. It could come to any one of you. Of course you're going to think it's going to go to Matthew Hatchett. But if it doesn't, somebody else should be running full speed and be expecting the ball. Nobody should take the playoff on this one. 5
consecutive first downs as Hill looks to the end zone, and the pass is caught. Touchdown, Justin Skaggs.
Just like I said, continue running. Justin Skaggs is running. The cornerback never turned. He never turned around and looked. Ronald Bo Rogers didn't look at all on this play. If he turns around, he has an interception. But the ball was thrown perfectly by Hill. As we keep saying, the guy is very effective. He's very efficient. He puts the ball where it needs to be, and Justin Skaggs was able to pull in a touchdown.
He was one-on-one over there. Hatchett had double coverage on the near side, and that's why Hill went to the opposite side of the field and had a touchdown as Silvio Diliberto puts it home. But the potent Scotland offense will have 2 timeouts left and close to 80 seconds to work with when they get it back.
You see Hill here. You don't see the receiver yet. You're going to see him. His strength is being able to put the ball, touch passes into the back of the end zone. Justin Skaggs right here set up the cornerback, Bo Rogers, and just kind of gave himself some space to give Hill somewhere to drop the ball in. It's like you watch quarterbacks in practice sometimes. They have a bucket, and they'll throw the ball just trying to let the ball land in the bucket. The bucket is the back of that end zone that time for Hill. He dropped it right in. Touchdown for Amsterdam.
5-play drive that took 42 seconds. 12-yard touchdown pass. Shaun Hill to Justin Skaggs, beating Ronald Bo Rogers. Skaggs, allocated by the Redskins, played in a game with Washington last year. He put out his own highlight tape when he's coming out of Evangel College. Just put it out, sent it out. Washington was the only team that called him back.
Washington called him back, and I think they found themselves a very good product here. You know, when the guy goes out and is willing to do all that, you know, do his own scouting of himself and also sending his tapes out, he has a desire to play in this league. And not only does he have a desire, he has the ability. He's 6'3". He's a big receiver. He can run real fast. And I think Justin Skaggs is going to be somebody that may just hold on and catch on in this league. The Redskins don't really have a returner. They have one returner that comes in, and he doesn't return punts. So we can see if Justin Skaggs might be able to do something like that also, even get some passes.
O'Donnell to boot it away. Simonton and Hicks are back. Deep kick. Simonton will take it at the 6. Ken Simonton up to the 20, to the 30. Finally taken down to the 40-yard line. Scotland will have very good field position. There's an injured Scottish player down after a 34-yard return.
Talking to Ken Simonton yesterday, I talked about a play I saw him last week. He ran the ball from about 5 yards deep. He said he hadn't returned the ball since high school. He really wants to. You see, he just gets up there. If you look at Kerry Hood was over here to the right, he jumped out the way. You can't jump out the way of the wedge. When the wedge is coming at you, you have to give up your body to just have a roll jam there, have a big jam so the running back or the returner doesn't have any way to run. On that play, Kerry Hood jumped to the outside. He was able to run right inside of him, take the ball all the way to the 40-yard line. You can't give Scotland this type of field position if you think you're going to beat them, because they can go down the field as quick as anybody else. It's 40-yard line. They may end up getting another score here.
Stuart Hare, the injured player, national from Scotland. The second year with his Claymore team, will be helped off the field. As a NFL running back and a return man, you've watched Simonton now on film, and you've seen him here live. Think he can make it?
I know he can. You know, I've seen a lot of people come along, and a lot of people that the NFL seems to give a lot of props, a lot of praise to. Guys that, I see him and I'm wondering why. This guy, you look at him and you know why. He makes play after play after play. He's returned the ball very well today. He's caught passes effectively. He steps up and blocks. You know, that says a lot. And also he catches the ball out the backfield, runs. This guy can do it. He has all the abilities, all the things you need to do it in the league.
Scotland with a couple of timeouts left, and Nall to the air on first down. Sending it toward the sideline. Minardi with a catch. Stood up by Howard, who lost his helmet on the play. Getting out of bounds was Minardi after his second catch of the day.
Right here, you're going to have passes. Craig Nall is going to throw a lot of passes to the sideline. Yeah, Minardi's getting the ball here with an opportunity to get out of bounds and stop the clock. You know, you have a minute and 4 on the clock. You don't have to use up your timeouts if you can get the ball out of bounds. And you have a guy with a strong enough arm that he can get the ball either way, any way he wants. He can throw it from the right hash to the left hash to the right sideline. He can throw the ball. His arm is strong enough.
Correction of the timeout situation. Only one left for Scotland. Only one timeout remaining for the Claymores. They've got the ball at their 48-yard line. The second down, Howard had to get a new lid.
In this league, you know you don't have to. You can get the ball and try to kick a 50-yard and get 4 points. But if you want to get the touchdown, you can go for it. And they have a guy with a strong enough arm to get the ball downfield for him.
Amsterdam with a confidence booster on offense. They could use one on defense because they have been shredded by Craig Nall, who goes deep again. And a great grab by Minardi in traffic all the way to the 30.
Craig Nall talked exactly about Minardi being a guy who could get in traffic and catch the ball. Brett Favre-like. He's dropping back and he's pinpointing the ball with a lot of velocity, not giving a defensive player enough time.
After a 21-yard pickup, Nall to throw again. Sends it toward the sideline out of the reach of Anthony Bright. Incomplete. Stops the clock with under 40 seconds to go.
Craig Nall here. The last he drops back, he sets up. You have Minardi ran kind of a corner route, and he drills the ball in there. There's two defenders coming in. Minardi ran a route where he starts like up the field and breaks to the outside, and the ball is right there before the defenders can get there. That's what a strong arm can do for you.
Second down and 10. Nall setting up another ball thrown over the middle, and it's Rashad Kent banging bodies, taking it down to the 10 for about 20 yards. Sumter on the stop, clock running.
Exact same throw. The guys are wide open, and he's getting the ball to him. He has a lot of velocity.
One timeout remaining as the ball is spiked by Nall. Check out the arm strength on this throw by Nall, huh?
Nall is letting the ball go. He is throwing the ball with a lot of velocity. You see Ortiz coming in late here. They talked about throwing the ball behind him, in front of him, and every time you see somebody catch a ball, Ortiz seems to show up.
Pretty good numbers.
He's 158. That is very high. You can't get no higher.
Kurt Warner's got the all-time quarterback rating.
Quiet.
Gene Dahlquist thinking things over. No timeouts left now for Scotland.
And I was going to go flanker short post. Let's go. Okay, let's go regular. Let's go regular.
Hawk. You want Hawk, don't you?
Hang on, Don. Yeah, let's go Hawk, Hawkeye. Hawkeye right, fullback draw 2.
Okay, Amsterdam. All right.
Hawk. I right. I right.
I right. Fullback draw 2. Denby, be ready to use your timeout. If we don't score, use your timeout.
Well, Scotland does have one timeout left. That last timeout was charged to Amsterdam.
Hey, we got fullback draw 2, but if we don't get it, I'm going to use the timeout. We don't score right here.
In the game, we have Margarine. He's offensive coordinator. He calls the play down to the head coach, Dahlquist. Dahlquist gives it to the quarterback. Quarterback takes it into the offense. You know, Margarine is an offensive coordinator who has a lot of experience with this offense, and Dahlquist gives him the.
They run it to Milan. They do have a timeout left, and they'll take it here as Milan gets down to the 10-yard line.
Dahlquist allows him to call the plays, and they have a little stream here. You know, everybody's involved. The head coach, the offensive coordinator, and the quarterback.
Regular. Let's go queen right.
Clock should read 16 seconds.
Right, close.
16 seconds on the clock. Please reset the clock to 16 seconds.
Give me a play call. Queen right close, C right.
2 jet flanker short post.
2 jet flanker short post. Be ready to throw it away.
Got flanker short post, right? Get your split. Who's split up just a hair, man. Don't get way in here where I ain't got a window. Right?
This is going to be an obvious passing play. It's a 2-jet flanker short post.
Here we go. Huh?
Flanker's going to.
5 steps. Here we go.
You can expect
right,
Nall to.
right. 3-jet flanker short post. Hold on, ready.
Expect Nall to try to drill the ball into the flanker. 2-jet. It's going to be a 5-step drop.
And Dahlquist told him to throw it away, but it's not there.
Up top.
3rd down. Nall in trouble. Got rid of it. Incomplete. Had he taken the sack, the half would have been over. But a nice job by Nall to get rid of it. That stops the clock. Scott Pospisil got pressure on the quarterback.
Right here, you got linebackers coming. You got linemen coming. But Nall was able to get the ball away. They said he had to get a lot of pressure on him, and he never knew where the blitz was going to be coming from.
That was a big play.
We had Masafumi Kawaguchi gets in and was able to get to Nall and have big enough to get the ball out of his hands.
That play, though, by Nall allows the field goal try by Hart. So that play by Nall basically gives Scotland 3 points, as the clock would have run out had it been incomplete. So it's a 14-point lead after a 28-yard field goal. Nall, a 5th-round draft choice last season by the Packers out of Northwest Louisiana State. Louisiana boy all the way.
Hey, he wears number 1. He's a quarterback. He's from Louisiana. Remind me a little bit of myself.
You were a quarterback in college, and
yes.
Did you have some of the? You weren't as big as Nall back then, but you have some of his characteristics in terms of strong arm and ability.
Well, I
read defenses.
I had a strong arm, but I wasn't as big as he was. I couldn't see over the line, so I had to use my athletic ability a little bit more. So when I didn't see the receiver, I decided to run the ball. That's why I guess the NFL said, well, he can become a receiver.
So it's 7 seconds left. Scotland will boot it away. Heck of a first half of the Scotland offense led by Craig Nall. Ball scooped up at the 10-yard line by Adams. Adams out to the 30. Can't elude Scott McCready as he's taken down near the 40-yard line. So Amsterdam gets a touchdown in the final 2 minutes. Scotland comes right back down to get a field goal. And the Claymores, behind a marvelous performance by quarterback Craig Nall, go to the locker room leading by 14 points, 24-10. Welcome back to Amsterdam. On the first possession of the third quarter, a botched snap messed up a Scotland field goal attempt. But Amsterdam unable to capitalize, and the Admirals had to punt it away. But then John Minardi fumbled for Scotland, and let's see if Amsterdam can capitalize this time. So Scotland has stopped itself in the second half. 2 drives inside the 30-yard line. A botched field goal try, now a fumble that was recovered by Troy Grant, then he lost it. Amsterdam able to hop on it. However, a penalty, a personal foul, puts the Admirals back inside their 15.
Hey, Larry, he called it.
Right here, Amsterdam needs to get something going. Their defense and Scotland also are stopping them. So now the offense needs to get something and get some points.
Back to throw goes Sean Hill. And he has some time, and he has Hatchett over the middle. Hatchett to the 36-yard line for 21.
Sean Hill now is starting to look away from Hatchett. Hatchett is running a lot of crossing routes. And then he's coming back to him. He's running the crossing route. No one is staying with him. You look, he was looking over to the left at Justin Skaggs, and this one he comes back. Sean Hill is running a lot of crossing routes, post routes, and he's wide open.
3 receivers set on first down. Hill to throw it again. Pumps, then fires for Hatchett. Breaks a tackle. Hatchett at the 45 and then scoots out of play. 20-yard pickup. Matthew Hatchett with his 5th catch of the day, 3rd in this half.
Whereas Matthew Hatchett right here, Coach Andrews talking, Matthew having those subtle moves downfield. You see that, how sweet he is. He runs an out route. He's able to get past the receiver. Look right there, another subtle move. Gets the first down, steps out of bounds. This guy is a big target. He runs very precise routes with those little moves that kind of throws defensive backs off.
Here's a running play to Redmond straight ahead, and he's got a hole. After all those passing plays, defense a little bit soft in the middle, and Redmond takes it to the 30 for a first down before Jackson makes the tackle.
Amsterdam is mixing it up a little bit. They have 2 big plays, pass plays down the field. They decide to run a little draw right here to Tellis Redmond. The offensive line knocks the guys out, open a big hole up for him. He comes in, and they're doing some good things now. They're starting to mix it up and get the ball moving. They need to get some points on this drive, though.
No scoring in this half by either team, and that pass too wide of Carlos Rosado. That'll bring up second down. Matthew Hatchett closing in on tying a record. Hatchett needs 1 more catch to match the record for receptions in a season by an Amsterdam Admiral.
Right, land, choice dig. On right.
Got a right side. That's the place where you got the tight end. Land's going to be a 5-step drop. Choice dig. Expect Hatchett to run the dig route, which is an out route.
And Hill couldn't hit him, incomplete. Pass a little bit too wide. Should Hatchett have caught that ball?
Hatchett should have caught that. He has 2 hands on the ball. If he comes out of the break a little quicker, Hill drops back here. He throws the ball out here to Hatchett. It's going to be out wide. He throws it right where it needs to be. If he came out of the break running full speed, he wouldn't have to lay out for that ball. He took too much time in his break, and he talks about big receivers coming out of their breaks. They can't do what the little guys do, and you have to get a little bit more effective doing that. Jerry Rice is about the same size. He can come out of those breaks real quick.
Amsterdam 2 for 6 on 3rd down today. Got to pick it up here. Going for Hatchett. Well overthrown and intercepted. Back at the 2-yard line, Deveron Harper takes it back near the 20.
This is another case of him trying to just float the ball and lob the ball in there. If he just drilled the ball straight into his chest, he doesn't have that problem. Deveron Harper comes in and makes a great interception. He gets up and he gets the ball. He threw that ball where his receiver couldn't catch it.
Deveron Harper with his 2nd interception in 2 weeks.
On this play, you see Hill is trying to go to Hatchet once again. It's a timing route. It's like a bang post. He's supposed to throw the ball and try to get it right into here, but he lays the ball up, overthrows him, and Deveron Harper comes in and makes a great reception. And he played football. He didn't hear the whistle blown. He continued to run, and he got another 13, 14 yards on that play.
Only the 5th interception thrown by Amsterdam this season. Sean Hill's 4th on the year. Craig Nall and the Scotland offense takes over inside their 20. They run it on first down. Maurice Hicks barreling forward to the 20. Lost his helmet on that play as he picks up a couple.
We're almost finished here with the third quarter, and you notice that Craig Nall is still in the game. Normally they would switch back and forth with quarterbacks, but Shane Stafford had to go back home this week, and they're going to let Craig Nall go because he felt that would be better for the team because of his preparation. Shane didn't have any preparation, so Craig is going to go this whole game, and he's been very effective doing it. Very effective.
Our best wishes. Shane had a death in the family and had to go back and did not get back to Scotland until Thursday. Final play of the third quarter. Milan with a reception. And he is smacked by Todd Howard at the 24-yard line. So Scotland goes to the fourth quarter with a 2-touchdown lead over the host team, the Amsterdam Admirals. Back at Amsterdam Arena, Dave Pash alongside Brian Mitchell. Neither of these teams has won back-to-back games this season. With Scotland, the road team, wearing the white uniform, is trying to become the first of this group to do it. Amsterdam, the home team, wearing orange. Both teams at 3 and 4. The winner will be just a game back of Frankfurt and Barcelona, who are both at 5 and 3, tied atop the NFL Europe League. And on a 3rd down and 4, an incompletion as Bright was the intended receiver, but Nall's pass too wide. And the punting unit on.
Nall let him a little bit too much on that.
Bright.
He let him a little bit too much on that play. He gets back and throws the ball a little bit too far in front of him. They're 0 for 3 in the second half now on 3rd down. The first half they had 75%. They don't seem to be getting it done now.
Tellis Redmond back to receive this Kevin Stemke punt. Stemke allocated by the Dolphins. Fair catch. Redmond dropped it. Able to hop on it, though, at the 35-yard line. So Amsterdam will get another chance on offense. We got a flag on the field. Stay here and check it out.
Here, I need, right?
It's against Scotland. We'll see if Amsterdam accepts or declines. That was the first punt of the day by Kevin Stemke.
I think in this situation, you decline it.
The kicking team, number 56. 10-yard penalty, repeat 4th down.
Yeah, they're going to kick it again.
Yeah.
You don't like that, though, huh?
Oh, no. The defensive team, the team receiving the ball, you make them back up. You might get a better return. You look on that when he fumbled the ball, he dropped right on it. You can't do it again. You would expect him not to do it again. You make them move back, you get better field position. Also, you get a chance of getting the block.
Redmond allocated by the Seahawks. Like to make that team as perhaps a punt returner. They do have Bob Ingram and Darrell Jackson there in Seattle, but Redmond's going to make that squad. It may have to be on special teams because they have pretty good backs in Sean Alexander and Maurice Morris, who's also a kick returner for them.
He's going to have to focus and concentrate a little bit more catching those punt returns. The punters in the league are a lot better than the ones out here, and they're going to hang the ball up a lot more than this guy just did. So he really, really needs to pay attention to this ball and concentrate on it.
Amsterdam sets up the return. Fair catch by Redmond. A hit after the play. Andrus can't believe it, but he's not going to get a flag call.
He was just running down. He just tapped him. That's nothing serious. It happens all the time. The guys come down and they really pick with you, mess with you. They just get you a little rattled, and that didn't happen.
What happens when you're down 24-10? They got to get some points here.
They have to.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. I got it. You want to do it here? Go into the... All right.
Not a good thing. He didn't look all the way in.
Okay. Yep. Dave Pash, Brian Mitchell back in Amsterdam. I asked Brian before the game to show all of you what he does when he returns a punt.
During the week, I watch a lot of film to find out the position of the punter. Once I find that, I begin to watch the ball off his foot. If the ball comes up, nose up, I know to go up. Nose down, I know to run back and try to catch the punt. Then I try to get to the spot of the ball, focus on it, catch it up high to give me a second chance just in case the ball bounces. After they do that, I look it all the way in, I tuck the ball, and I'm looking for number 14.
That would be the 14th career return for a touchdown. There's Tellis Redmond who had trouble with it.
You look at Tellis Redmond, he's gliding. He didn't run to that position and set up. He tried to catch the ball low. He didn't look it all the way in. He did everything I said not to do. He didn't catch the ball on that.
He wasn't watching you during warm-up.
He wasn't watching. You got to look it all the way in, tuck it, and then you can get upfield.
Sean Hill to throw on first down, finds Rosado, and a great open field tackle by Dyshot Carter, who's made some big plays.
Great play by Dyshot Carter, but Amsterdam is going to have to try to get the ball downfield and make some plays. Right here you have a quick flat route, but Dyshot Carter didn't buy it. He came up and made the tackle on Carlos Rosado. But you have to go downfield. You need to get some points on this drive. You know, you've been stalling. You haven't done much. You had some effectiveness in the first half, but you need to score on this possession.
On second down, Hill to throw again. Has Hatchett, and he makes a man miss. Got to the 33-yard line. Tackle made on the play by James Roots, who did well to back up Carter, who got beat.
This is that same play that they tried earlier. You have Hatchett coming from back over here, right there. That same route that he tried to throw to him down in the end zone, he threw the interception, but he was able to drill the ball and put it right on him on that play. A little bit more zip on the pass.
Hill on first down, chased out of the pocket. Throws on the run, through the hands of Hatchett, incomplete, and he got leveled as he tried to bring it in.
Hatchett, he keeps saying, you know, he was talking about how he wants to open eyes. You're not going to open many eyes missing passes like that. You can see where his head was going back. He was looking away from the ball before the ball got there. Those situations, just like catching punts, when you're wide open, no one is around you, that's when you need to focus and concentrate a little bit more because you seem to relax. He relaxed on that. He missed the pass, and you need to catch that one.
Second down. Hill stepping up, finding Hatchett. Hatchett inside the 10. Now the all-time single-season leader in receptions by an Admiral.
They seem to be going to Hatchett a lot now. You know, they're picking on Todd Howard a little bit. Hatchett, 6'3", 200 pounds, big receiver. He just comes straight down, run a little stutter move, quick hank. The ball is right there. He gets the first down, and after he catches the ball, he makes one miss and goes up and gets some yards. But they keep going to Hatchett. He's their big play guy, and he's doing a great job of it. You know, he's going down, he's catching a lot of big pass plays for him.
5 catches in the second half. They run it now to Redmond, sweeping to the right. Made a man miss inside the 5 and down inside the 3. Hard run by Tellis Redmond. Landry made the stop, but after a gain of about 6 or 7.
Tellis Redmond had a good run on this one. He made 2 of the Scottish Claymores defensive players bump into each other. He was able to get about 7 more yards after that. These guys didn't break down. They bumped into each other, and it allowed him to get down. We said that they need to go down and score some points, and they seem to be trying to do that. You know, they're inside the 5 and seem to be trying to get in for a touchdown.
Hatchett, the lone receiver. 2 backs in the backfield. Redmond on the call. Stop! hit at the line of scrimmage, maybe even lost a yard of the play. Michael Landry with another play up front for the Scottish Claymore defense. He has been the unsung hero in this game for Scotland. We've talked about the offense, but how about Landry on defense?
Well, Landry is getting the pressure. He had 2 people on him, but if you look right here, it's not Landry making the tackle. You have Isaac Keys that came in and made that tackle, stopped him in the backfield. I'm looking at this Scotland defensive line. They have 2 people blocking them, and nobody's coming off to pick up the linebackers.
3rd down and goal. Play fake. Stumbling is Hill, getting the pass off. Touchdown, Ryan Collins. Amsterdam with a chance to get within 7.
Play action play. Play action fake again, roll out, run the boot. He was able to get outside, get his shoulders around Ryan Collins wide open. He just laid the ball in. You know, didn't try to make a fantastic catch. Just throw the ball exactly where he can catch it.
Third touchdown of the season by Ryan Collins, the 10th TD pass for Sean Hill. Amsterdam is back in the game. Diliberto cuts it to a 7-point Scotland lead with just over 11 minutes to play. Matthew Hatchett has had a couple of game-winning touchdown catches this season. Of course, had a big one last week. And a come from behind win. There it was with 1 second left to knock off Frankfurt. Had a big series there. A couple of key catches on that drive. And the result, a touchdown throw by Hill to that man, Ryan Collins. Free agent tight end. Amsterdam only down 7. And a short kick. Simonton runs up, goes through his leg. Simonton still gets past the 20.
This is the play when they squib kick the ball. The up guy has to make a decision. You can't sometimes let the ball just bounce by you. It's much better for the up guy who was a tight end on that play to just catch the ball, come up, get the ball, fall down. You get more yards than that. When you let the ball squib by you and bounce around, something bad can happen. The ball almost went through his leg and not a very good return.
Craig Nall has thrown for 276 yards in this game. First down from the Scotland 21, a running play. Simonton, nothing doing. Masafumi Kawaguchi, the national from Japan, on the stop.
Great stop by the defense. Amsterdam's defense is picking up now. They're understanding the importance of this game. This is the 4th time that Scotland has had the ball in the second half. The first 3 times they had to punt. This time you don't even get a yard on the play. That offense better get back to the rhythm that they had in the first half, or they're going to be in trouble. This defense is starting to get into a rhythm and begin to check out and see the things that they're doing.
Pass play on 2nd down. Nall stepping up, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Todd Howard tried to dive at it. Jonathan Brown was the man that hit Nall.
Jonathan Brown's a guy we've been talking about, trying to get a lot of pressure. He likes to rush the quarterback. He's 2nd in the league in sacks. Right here, no, excuse me, right there inside, he has a good spin move. He's very quick. He has a motor. You watch him, he's trying to come back. The move got him there, but the pressure came from the outside.
On 3rd down, Scotland 3 for 7, which means they're 0 for their last 4 on 3rd down. Got to get 9. Nall in trouble, got it away. Simonton can't pull it in, and the punting unit on for Scotland.
Jonathan Brown again. Jonathan Brown again with a lot of pressure on the quarterback. This is the 4th time that Scotland has had the ball, and they haven't done anything. You have him right here. Jonathan Brown beats 2 people. Had 2 guys on him at first. He beats the left tackle. He beats Jason Sakanik, goes in and makes a play. Scotland offense doesn't have a clue right now. They're not doing anything. 4 possessions, 4 punts, 12 plays and out.
Stemke booting it away from his 10-yard line. Redmond running up to get another short kick. Redmond wrapped up and taken down to the 42-yard line. Jonathan Brown, a former third-round draft choice of the Green Bay Packers, stepping up in this second half. A couple of big plays on that last drive, forcing Scotland to punt the football back to the Amsterdam offense.
Jonathan Brown on the first play, you can see he had the spin move. He beat the offensive lineman. Second time, he just speed rushing. The guy goes inside, outside. He still makes plays. He's trying to open some eyes. He's a free agent. Larry Owens has played against Marjorie. He knows both of these guys know each other. And I think Larry Owens is now beginning to settle down and get his defense to get the pressure on because he knows where they're going to be and what they're trying to do.
Hill finds Rosado, who is leveled at the turf at the 48-yard line. Gain of about 5 or 6 on the play. Now it's up to Sean Hill, who is still thrown for 251 yards, but struggled a little bit in this game. His turn now.
He's starting to get on fire now, Dave. He seems to understand that this game is beginning to come down to the wire, and they're going to have to do some things. And he's getting the ball out quick, like he talks about, and he's making some big plays.
3-step drop and a completed pass. Finding the backup tight end, Kirk McMullen, for an Amsterdam first down. Deveron Harper and Ubrenal Isabel team up to make the stop, but after a first down.
Sean Hill is starting to look like he's running the West Coast offense. The quick drops, just 3 steps, let the ball go. Get it to your receivers, your tight ends. Let them make a play. Let them go out there, get the ball in their hands, and they can do something. He's a guy that gets the ball away quick. That's what he's doing. He's keeping them off balance with that.
Hill steps up and then throws it away. Hatchett almost was able to get there because he's 6'3", but Hill was just trying to get rid of that thing.
Yeah, he bought a little time there. He's trying to make a play. You know, Hatchett is his big play guy, but I think that was ill-advised to throw that ball way across the field like that. Deveron Harper right there could have intercepted that ball easily. It went right past his hands.
Looked like he was thrown away. If you're going to do that, that's where you feather it.
You throw it away, you throw it out of bounds.
Yeah.
You don't throw it where somebody can catch it.
Hill finds Hatchett at the 30-yard line. Another first down for Amsterdam, and this offense clicking in the fourth quarter.
Hatchett is making big plays now. It seems to me that Deveron Harper is backing up off of him. You got Hatchett here. He's going downfield. He's just running the hook route. Look, he's not the guy that's going to run past you. You got Deveron Harper, a guy with good speed, good cover guy, and he's dropping off like he's really afraid. It seems to be they're playing a little soft now. And Amsterdam is coming out with a little, with the motor, with the attitude that Scotland seemed to have early in the game.
They mix it up with a run, and Tellis Redmond picks up about 3 or 4 to the 25. Harper and Isabel again on the stop.
Land choice, right mix, land choice, dig trade.
So a pass play coming up on second down.
Yeah, we got a dig trade. Trade is the outside 2 receivers are going to trade routes. Outside guy's going to come in. He's going to come inside and run the choice. He's going to go outside and run a dig.
Hill slips and gets rid of it to wide open Redmond at the 20. Redmond out of bounds at about the 12.
Coach Andrews talked that Sean Hill is a guy sits in the play in the meeting rooms. He knows exactly where everybody is. He's telling guys what he's going to expect. You look at him, you look at 2 receivers. Tellis Redmond was his release guy, his insurance policy, basically, as we call him. He was able to get to him. You got the receivers here. He's going to come across. This one is going to come there and run the dig route. And then Tellis Redmond is going to be out in the flat for him. He throws the ball to him. He picks up a big first down. This guy knows where every one of his receivers are. That's the making of a great quarterback because he's very smart.
Quick drop for Hill on first down, and he's got Skaggs taking it to about the 6-yard line. Amsterdam already 2 for 2 in terms of touchdowns inside the red zone. And they're moving towards a third, trying to tie this game up as we approach 6 minutes to go.
Early in the game, we talked about arm strength, but you look at Sean Hill, he reminds me of Joe Montana. He's not a Joe Montana yet, but he reminds me of him. He doesn't have that real strong arm, but he gets the ball out of his hands real quick. He throws it where it needs to be, and he knows where everyone is. If he plays like that, they can win this game. It seems that they all of a sudden got the momentum now.
Toss sweep, Tellis Redmond, and he's hit in the backfield and pushed backwards. So it'll bring up a key third down. Well, Sean Hill grew up in Kansas and was a big Joe Montana fan when he was with the Niners, but really stoked when Montana came to the Chiefs in the early 90s.
You can see a lot of Joe Montana in him. You know, just gets the ball out, throws it on time. He doesn't have to throw the ball. He doesn't have to throw the ball too hard.
Quick rip, swift return. On one, ready?
Big 3rd down and 6 coming up.
Rip.
3 receivers in the game. That's Hatchett in motion. Hill has some time. Looking to the end zone. Overthrown. Rosado, the intended receiver. All right. Do you go on 4th down or do you take the field goal knowing that you can get a 4-point field goal when you get it back?
Well, here you take your field goal. You have a lot of time on the clock. You have all 3 of your timeouts left. You get your points, and then your defense has stopped them 4 times. So you expect to get the ball back. You can go down. Maybe you have to go for that 4-point field goal, but you may get another touchdown and end up winning the game. You know, you don't have to necessarily try to get a touchdown right here.
Silvio Diliberto will try a field goal of about 25 yards. And Amsterdam is down just 4 with under 5 to play in the 4th quarter. Silvio Diliberto, a Netherlands national player, obviously a fan favorite.
He's the hero.
Earlier we asked you what position has benefited the most from NFL Europe, our NFLEurope.com poll question. Log on to NFLEurope.com to vote. You did. Quarterback was one that we talked about. Offensive line were 2 that we felt would be up there. And yep, quarterback is up there. Offensive line, though, came in 3rd.
They drop. Running backs are moving up. And you look at this league, you have a lot of running backs having 100-yard games. And they seem to be it says a passing league, but you have a lot more running going on this year. So it's starting to help them also.
We saw that stat earlier that 26 players who were quarterbacks over here are now in the NFL. If you think about it, each team has 2 quarterbacks that play on Sunday, that suit up to play on Sunday. So that's 64. So almost half of the quarterbacks that suit up to play on Sunday played in NFL Europe.
Hey, the quarterbacks that are like 3rd quarterbacks and practice squad, they don't get a lot of play when they are in the game at home. But now they can get some experience out here.
Short kick taken up to the 35-yard line by Jens Pedersen. And Scotland will have decent field position. Did you like that? What they did
like
there?
What they're doing now, they're taking the ball out of Hicks and Simonton's hands back deep. They're squib kicking because their defense, they stopped them 4 times. They have a lot of confidence in their defense to go out there and shut this offense down, get the ball back to their offense. If you kick it back to Simonton or Hicks, they have the ability to go all the way at any time.
Quickly, Brian, has Scotland been too conservative in this half?
It seemed to be. You know, it reminds me a lot of our playoff game against Tampa Bay. We come out on fire and we begin to seem to get a little conservative, end up losing the game. If they don't do anything on this drive, you can bet Amsterdam get this ball back, they're going to move down and the game will be over.
They call incomplete pass. Trafford lost the ball as he got hit. That would have been replayed in the NFL, but here we have to have a conference to determine whether it's incomplete or a catch. And the tight end was down. We'll see what Ed Hockley calls.
The ground caused it. Ground caused the fumble. Ground can't cause the fumble. The ball moves on. If they would have pulled it out before he hit it, you got a fumble on that.
So it's a gain of about 8 yards. 2nd down. Nall hands Simonton. 1st down and more. Falling forward to the 45-yard line of Amsterdam. Len Sumter made the tackle.
Simonton came downhill like he was shot out of a cannon. This is what I'm talking about. You have your O-line. They're blowing up the ball. Simonton's coming through the hole. This is the type of attitude you have to have if you want to win this football game. They came out in their first 4 drives, very conservative, all lackadaisical. Now they seem to be having that fire back in them. You can't come out of the second half, be on fire in the first half, come out of the second half and walk around and loaf. They have to get the same attitude that left side had and also Simonton, and they can get something to win this football game.
Hand off Simonton again, off right guard this time, and he pounds forward to the 41 for about 4. Simonton, for the time being, is the leading rusher in NFL Europe. Jonathan Brown a little banged up on the play.
We got a quick little run here to the right by Simonton, like probably a 92. It's a quick play inside the guard and tackle. But this guy is 5'8", 191 pounds, but he doesn't run like that. The rest of this team needs to look at Mighty Mike and look at him. Look how hard he's running. Look how serious he means about this game. You know, he's serious. He wants to win the football game and get that same attitude and play exactly like he's playing. 3
receivers in the game on 2nd down for Craig Nall. Here comes the blitz. Nall bootlegging and throwing back across. Trafford in traffic, made the catch and takes it inside the 20. Big time throw by Nall and a very good catch by Trafford. 23-yard pickup on the play.
Amsterdam's trying to bring their linebackers. They're trying to bring some pressure here, you know, but the offensive line of Scotland is very good. They were able to pick it up. You can only bring 6 people in this league, so they don't have too much to worry about. But we talked to Craig Nall, and he talked about Brett Favre throwing a ball right over the defender's hand into the tight end. Does that look like that same play? This guy has a tutor in front of him, and he's learned a lot real quick from him.
Amsterdam has all of its timeouts left and the 2-minute warning. They've got to hold Scotland to a field goal here as Simonton takes off inside the 10 of the 9 before Keon Moore makes the stop. And we hit the 2-minute warning in the second half. The Scottish Claymores with a 4-point lead, and they've got the ball inside the Amsterdam 10. And Marjoram, the offensive coordinator for Scotland on the left. Larry Owens, the defensive coordinator for Amsterdam on the right. Dave Pash with Brian Mitchell. 2-minute mark. Scotland leading by 4. Both teams at 3 and 4. 2nd down and short coming up. What has to happen here if you're Amsterdam?
If you're Amsterdam right here, you have to make a stop, hold them to a field goal. They're only up by 7. Give yourself a chance to win. If you're Scotland, you have to get this first down. You get the first down, you can begin to run the clock down a little bit. You score a touchdown, game's over. Because Amsterdam can't get down the field real quick, so you want to get a touchdown on this. You don't want the field goal. You want to get this first down so the clock can continue running.
2nd and 1. Milan is in front of Simonton. Simonton with the first down inside the 5.
Hey.
How about Simonton? What a terrific player this kid is out of Oregon State, allocated by the Buffalo Bills.
Little kid, big heart. You know, you look at this drive, they finally realized that they had to do something. They had been stopped 4 times, and they went straight down the field. Now they're inside the 5-yard line.
Amsterdam's
this is a straight downhill run. He gets it outside, gets his shoulder ahead. Hey, something came in and hit him hard, but you know what? You get hit after you get a first down, it doesn't make a difference.
Couple of timeouts left for the Admirals. Tom Donahoe went out and made a prudent move by drafting Willis McGahee in the first round. They also have Travis Henry, a 1,000-yard running back, 1,000-yard plus. And they also have some others there. So if you're a Simonton, it may not be in Buffalo, but
hey, it's a lot of teams that need a little guy, a guy that can play like this, a guy that can return kicks, return punts. He can play in the backfield. This guy is going to be a commodity. If Buffalo doesn't keep him, somebody else will. Somebody will get him and put him in and keep him on the team.
Craig Nall telling his teammates if they don't get into the end zone, something's wrong with every one of them. Simonton's going to get hit for minimal gain at about the 4-yard line. Tackle made by Glenn Sumter, who's had a solid game at safety for Amsterdam.
Both of these quarterbacks have big days today. You know, both of them, you come into this game, Amsterdam is the top passing team. You got Scotland, they're the best overall offense, but both quarterbacks have played well. I think already over 300 yards is Craig Nall. 299 yards we have Sean Hill. This is 2 quarterbacks that came out and played great. Only 1 interception among, but 73 attempts by both quarterbacks, 1 interception. These guys were putting the ball on their players where they needed to. They did not go out there and just throw the ball around. They came in, they were both billed to be these big-time quarterbacks, and they lived up to their billing thus far.
Now it's up to the Amsterdam defense to shut down Craig Nall. Jonathan Brown has made some plays in the second half. He and his defensive line mates got to make something happen here with their team down 4.
I think you look for Milan. Milan has always come up big for him, and you look for him in this situation.
Nall rolling out, His pass is caught. Touchdown, Rod Trafford, and Scotland is in command.
You look on that play, Sumter was right there, was able to lay out, but Craig Nall, with his arm strength and his precision, was able to put the ball right in front of his hands, get the ball to Trafford. Trafford gets a touchdown. Milan was underneath in the flat. He pulled some people out with him. I'm impressed by Craig Nall. You know, he went down on this drive knowing he had to do something after being stopped 4 times, went all the way down, got them a touchdown, and I think that right there, that won the game for him.
PAT is good. Remember, Amsterdam did come back late last week, but they trail by 11 with a minute and a half to go.
Play fake.
Look at Nall with his 3rd touchdown pass of the day.
They've been doing this all day. Play fake to the left, rolling out, and Craig Nall with this strong arm is able to get the ball into his tight end, Trafford right here, right beyond the outstretched hands of the defensive back, Sumter. And these guys can catch. You know, it's not the fact that he just throws the ball. The velocity he gets on the ball and the way that they're pulling it in, it shows you that these guys truly take catching the ball serious. They're going to throw it a lot. They're going to throw it to a lot of people. And I'm sure Coach Margin has him working on all kind of pass catching skills, drills, because he's going to throw it to you. It might burn your hands a little bit, but it doesn't hurt as much if you pull it in.
May hurt for the time being, but if it's a win, that'll take some of the sting off it.
That's it.
An 8-play, 65-yard drive that took just over 3 minutes. Bart Andrus going to have to come up with something special here for Amsterdam to get down there quickly, get some points. They do trail by 11, which means they can get a touchdown and a 50-yard field goal or more, which is good for 4 points in this league, but that's asking a lot. In a minute and 39 seconds. When you also have Scotland's offense, which is very good, and you'd have to stop them again.
Well, they scored in 42 seconds on the previous drive, so I think that they can get the ball downfield, but this is the time for the Scotland Claymores defense to step out there and act like they really want to win this game.
Skaggs picks it up and gets tackled to the 25. Jawan Cherry, a free agent out of Arizona State, made the play on Skaggs.
Good play by Jawan Cherry there. Squib kick. The ball's bouncing around. He threw off the timing, but Jawan Cherry never stopped running. Continued to run. He was able to bring Skaggs down. So now they have 75 yards to go. A minute 34 seconds on the clock. You know, and it's not that easy when you only have 1 timeout. So you know he's going to try to go to Hatchet. Try to make sure you tackle him inbounds to keep the clock running, make them use that timeout, and then I think Scotland can have the game in their hands.
Hatchet split out wide at the bottom of your screen. Hill has to dump it off to Redmond. There's a flag down. Not real bright there.
That wasn't
Redmond
bright at all.
Got out of bounds, but he stayed in.
He should have caught the ball and went straight to the sideline. You can't dance around and think you're going to beat people. You need time. You want to save that time out. In this situation, you have to use the clock, get out of bounds, help your team out.
Spot.
Penalty nonetheless against Scotland.
12 man in the defense, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
That's why they have so many guys out there. They had an extra guy out there.
Deveron Harper has been playing Matthew Hatchett for a good part of the day. Hatchett has 7 catches.
Harper has an interception. It's going to go down to these 2 guys here.
Hill looking for Hatchett, but he's covered, so Hill takes off. And then he pitches it to Redmond, who gets a block from Skaggs. Gets out of bounds near midfield.
Hill didn't look like Joe Montana there. he looks a little bit like an option quarterback, a passing quarterback that didn't want to do it, but that was a very smart play. You know, he's being creative out there. And it takes that. A quarterback in this situation, you have to make big plays for your team. And he got him a few yards, didn't want to take the hit, got the ball into somebody's hands, and he knew he could do something with it.
And he got out of bounds.
True.
Shotgun on first down. Hill gets it away to Collins. He can't get to the sideline. They're going to have to run up there and spike it or burn their final timeout.
Jermaine Chapman, that's a good tackle on his part to make him cut back inside and make the tackle. Make him use that timeout. In this situation, you want them to have to go down and make all their plays, get out of bounds, run back, spike the ball, so you don't have to worry about the timeout.
Nice play. All right, let's go. Thank you. All right, let's go. Let's do this one. Let's go out, razor. Okay, left land out, razor.
And if you're Scotland, you know it's coming. You know it's a pass play. It just depends on what kind of routes you're running.
It's a pass route. And I would guess that the ball may go to Matthew Hatchett. It's gone to him every time they needed a big play. So, you know, you would think that they're going to try to go to him again. He's the big play guy.
Gun left, land, out, razor.
But Sean Hill has to be smart right here. If nobody is open, get the ball out your hands, throw it away. You have 3rd and short, and you can try and get your first down then, but don't try to be greedy on this play and try to throw it in the coverage.
Last week, Amsterdam and Frankfurt are the game that saw 3 scores in 3 minutes. Now the Admirals need 2 scores in 1 minute. And they have to stop Scotland if they're going to have a shot to win this game, but they got to take care of things on offense first. And Redmond, with 51 seconds on the clock, gets into the 36.
Smart play. Looking downfield. He was looking downfield, and hey, he didn't see anybody. He came back to his little relief valve. Came to his relief valve once again. They're going to try to run outs and get to the sideline, but this Dino call is going to be like a post corner post.
Hill backing up as he throws in and out of the arms of Collins, and that is intercepted by Dyshot Carter.
That is going to do it there.
How fitting that Dyshot Carter gets the game-winning interception, so to speak. Carter has had a terrific day, the former Cleveland Brown, allocated by the New England Patriots. He has really been spectacular.
Dyshot Carter with his 2nd interception. The ball gets up into the air, and he broke for it. He was trying to get the ball to his tight end right here. He was forcing the ball. He was forcing it into him. We got your Breno Isabel making a play, breaking on it, knowing exactly what the tight end is going to try and do. Dyshot Carter comes in, picks the ball off, and seals the game right here for his team. Correction. It was Dyshot Carter. Not correction, it was him. But Breno broke on the play and made that happen, gave him an opportunity to get that ball.
Great night for Dyshot Carter. And now Scotland can sit on it. Amsterdam not stop the clock. Scottish Claymores will go to 4-4 and pull within a game of Frankfurt and Barcelona for the lead in NFL Europe.
It took almost the whole second half, but all of a sudden Scotland's offense realized this is serious. We got to get serious. They went down and they scored. And the defense realized the same thing. They made a stop to seal this game for their team. Both of these teams played hard ball, but Scotland, I think, came out and just wanted a little bit more at the end to take this game.
So the Claymores follow up their impressive win last week with another victory today. Let's head to the field for a live interview.
Ken Simonson joining us. Ken, congratulations on the win. Almost 200 yards of total offense, 94 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Let's talk about your victory going on the road and winning your 2nd straight game overall.
That's big time. That's big time. We definitely wanted just to come and keep our season alive. And, you know what, we made it interesting, man. We should have kind of put it away, but I guess we gave the fans what they came to see today.
Well, Ken, you ended up with 94 yards, just missed 100. And that last drive, I was up here getting emotional and getting excited about you because you seemed to understand how serious this game was. You was running hard, and I just wanted to realize, you know, what got into you in that last drive.
Well, you know what? I think that's when the game is fun. I mean, we needed a little pressure. It seems like, you know, even as an offense, we were doing some draw plays, and the running game never really got comfortable and confident. And I think that last drive, when the pressure was on, we all kind of sensed something good. And that's the times as a running back, you want the ball in your hands because you know the camera's looking for a playmaker. We all got a little ham in us.
Well, with this win, you pull within a game of first place. I don't know if you saw what Frankfurt did to Barcelona, but they smoked them, and now you guys are just a game back. You got to like your positioning as you head into week number 9.
Man, you know what? I just love life. I love playing ball, and I love just getting the opportunity to come out and do this. And we love Frankfurt for going out and continuing on for us. And we're just going to wait to see what happens. We know we just have to focus on winning out, and we'll get the opportunity to play in that World Bowl.
2 straight weeks, Craig, that you guys have scored over 30 points. You feel like you're getting in a groove here offensively?
Yeah, I believe so. Guys got their sights. Not that we really pay attention to a whole lot of statistics, but we're on pace right now to, set records in this league for the most yards, and we're pretty close on points. So, we've been kind of preaching that just to get guys excited and want to score more points.
You guys are playing great, but you're going to be playing a team next week that really struggled today in Barcelona. What do you expect from them?
It's going to be another tough game. They played us pretty physical at our house, and the conditions weren't very favorable, but we got our backs against the wall still. It's not over until the last game, so we're going to come out swinging.